What's up, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. My mic kind of sucks sometimes. Okay. So I'm gonna wait like 3 minutes to let people join, and then yeah, I need a new mic. I definitely need to invest in getting one. But yeah, hold on. Well, I gotta use the restroom. Someone's in the restroom. I really gotta go. Hey guys. The baby's sleeping. I'll put him on later if he wakes up. That's why I want to do a show real quick while I can. Yeah, we had the baby on Monday at 9:51, or not. They told us 9:51, but they wrote down 9:52. So now the mystery we'll never know. I'm pretty sure I heard 9:51. Feels great. His name's Joseph MaNg0 Marquez. He's got a carried legacy. Follow him. He should be waking up in a little bit. He's the kid. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I'll play what I always play. I always play rape times 2. Keep doing that. He pops out. He might be the cutest baby to ever exist. And I'm not just saying that because he's my baby. I really feel like he's the cutest baby of all time. And like many people have told us that. It's not just us. We've heard it like 8 times. He's the cutest baby. Because he looks just like me when I was a baby. I'm pretty sure I was cuter, but my mom doesn't want to admit that I was cuter than the baby. So I guess we'll let the baby have it. Yeah, he's really cute. He's been pretty good. Like when he he doesn't cry for no reason. It's been pretty easy so far. He's a good baby. As yet, he just sleeps all day. All they do is sleep. They just sleep and they wake up and then you feed it when they go back to bed. Pretty easy so far. That's not a problem. Except he's like most active like at he's most active like at 2 AM to like 7 AM. So like we're up all night. But that's when like being a Smasher really helps. Cause I'm like tired. But you know when you're tired and you're a Smasher, it's like oh well, you can deal with it. Oh, I gotta pee. No one ever calls me Joseph. Like ever. Never ever do I get called Joseph. I'm going to Apex. We should be going. Me and Lauren might go. We might bring the baby and just like stay in a hotel. But I don't know if I wanted to go to a Smash tournament. Smashers are gross and filled with germs. We'll see what happens. Is there a better way to play Puff? Yeah, you can play him the way I play him. Waller. I just call him Baby so far. I don't really call him anything. Warren calls him Joseph. But, I think he's gonna have a lot of people because when you have like 10 different names to refer to him as, so we'll see. Baby will come when he wakes up. I told Lauren to message me when he wakes up. My mom's like really excited. She like changed her profile picture to a baby. So when you go to my mom's page, it's just a baby. It's pretty funny. My mom, all she does on Facebook now is talk about baby and share random things. I don't know if my laptop lags while I'm streaming or the internet. It's probably my laptop. My laptop's 4 years old. Yeah. That's the baby. Here's his Superman outfit. That was so cute. So he's really cute. He looks just like a, a little perfect baby boy. So that's him. He's really cute. You'll see him right now. When his eyes are open, he's like super cute. He's really nice little eyes. And then here's him when he was going home from the hospital for the first time. His pacifier. He actually has a lot of hair for a newborn. Oh, this is one of my favorite pictures of him. Look how cute he is. Look at him. I love his nose. His nose is my favorite thing about me. So I think he's the cutest baby ever. Because when even as newborns, apparently newborns are never that cute. And like he came out, and even when he came out, he was like really cute. He hasn't been ugly so far. So he's a pretty cute guy. We have this. Someone didn't need this blanket. This blanket. Pretty sweet. But he sleeps with that at night. He has a little help. The baby. Where's is it baby hat? And he has that hat somewhere around here. Yeah, he's cute. I guess I'll start with this. Alright, so, yeah, I've been thinking a lot, and I wanted to talk about, like, what it takes to get, like, better at the game, and, like, Blair's not only is he a MaNg0 fanboy, he's a baby MaNg0 fanboy as well. So, I really wanted to talk about, like, what it takes to get better at the game, because I, like, hear people talk about, like, because, like, getting better is, like, more than just, like, practice. Like, I realize with Melee, you have to have, like, a really strong mindset. Like, you can't get better if your mindset sucks. And I hear a lot of people's mindsets, and I'm like, yeah, it sucks. Because I feel like a lot of people hit walls, and they don't know what to do. And like, I hate that people think that you get better at Melee after, like, a year. Because even after a year, unless you're, like, because I'm a bad example, because I got really good really fast. But, like, a year is, like, how would I compare it? It's like, a year is nothing in Melee time. Like, it takes, the first year is, like, the learning year. You learn everything. You select the year, and then, you learn. And then it takes, like, I think 2 to 3 years to get, like, good. And then even then, like, yeah, it's, like, because Melee's hard. Anyone who's ever played it for more than, like, 5 months knows how difficult the game is, It's a really hard game. So I just want to talk about, like, well, at least what I did to get better, and, like, see if anyone can, like, relate to it. Because when I was getting better, I was, like, 14 or 15, so I was pretty young, but I still had a pretty good understanding about, what I needed to do. So I think, like, the one thing that I hate, that I will say, is, when people play friendlies, and, like, they try their hardest, and, they just play to win. You should never play a friendly with the intention to win. Which I know sounds funny, because, you obviously want to win. But you should use friendlies to learn, and, like, try things to help your play, When you're just always trying the same thing in friendlies, and you're trying it, like, a tournament match, and you're just trying to win, then it's like, you're only gonna, like, you're not gonna get better. You'll get that better, but you're not gonna improve other aspects of your game. Like, in friendlies, I'll drop games all the time. I don't care, because I'll like, try some crazy edge guard, or I'll try, like, just something, I'll just try something different. Like, if it fails, like, it's a friendly, like, friendly, it's like practice in, like, sports, you practice, you just practice, because you want to get better. In practice, you're not trying to win. So why would you view a friendly as, like, a serious game? It's just practice, you want to work on things, and you want to, you want to get better, obviously. So when I see people try really hard and like just do like the most basic edge guard, you know, instead of like just trying some stuff, like that makes me a little mad. 'Cause it's like you're not using this practice time to improve anything. You know, you're just trying to win, which you do want to win. Obviously, that's at the end of the day, that's the goal. But you also want to improve your other, because you know those MMOs that you get stats, like you know you start off with 5, like it's like 5 in intelligence, 5 in strength or whatever. Well, Melee's kind of the same thing, and if you're only improving like your win, because obviously winning is a lot. So it's like if you're only improving that, and you're not improving like your mind games, you're not improving your edge guarding, you're not improving all the other stuff, then it's never going to improve. You know, it's just going to stay at 5. When you want to be pretty balanced, you know, you want to try to make, because families you want to work on everything. It shouldn't just be really good at one thing. You know. So yeah, you should always use friendlies to improve. Don't worry about winning. You know, and like don't yeah, you don't want to stay at 5. You know, like if you have one stat. I'll just use Scar. I like making fun of Scar. Like, if Scar is all his stats, like, if he has 20 in combos and 5 and nothing else, like, your combos will get you far. But, like, you know, when you, like, Scar's edge guarding would be like a 3, his mind games would be like a 7, and then he's just, like, there's no balance, you know? Scar was just combos. He had a 20 in combos and a 5 in everything else. So, you always want to improve everything, you know? You don't want to just be really good at one thing. Unless the one thing you want to be good at, it would be like the punish game. Like you want to at least like Armada. That's why Armada is amazing because you know, like if there's one thing you want to work on, it's like punishing. Like Armada always says that punching is it's underappreciated. So you should get your punch. Hold on, let me get some gum. But yeah, you should try to look at it like MMO stats. You know, you want to improve everything, and when you want to do that is in friendlies, obviously. Hold on. So, okay. So, you should always want to improve. And, like, when you hit a wall... Okay, well, okay, let me go a little slower. After, like, each, like... Because Melee is so hard to explain, because, you know, it's so... Anyone who plays it knows. It's a really, like, crazy... complex thing, you know. So I'll go from. So yeah, you always want to improve everything. Don't just try and win. If I had to give you one tip is in friendlies, don't always like try your hardest to win. Think you should use friendlies to be like you pull the little notebook out in your head and you do an approach and it works. And you're like, okay, why did that work? Like, okay, what can I do to like improve this? Like this approach isn't always gonna work. Whatever. Right, yeah, basically much, you should always be thinking, in friendlies. If you go into autopilot mode in friendlies, that's how people hit walls. You have to keep thinking, and you have to, wonder why this worked, why did you get hit, could your spacing have been better, could you have used this move choice instead of something else. That's another thing, people always, like, when it comes to certain situations, they'll always do, like, an up tilt, they'll always do a forward air. It's like, why not try and doing something else and see what because Melee is like a sequence of events, and if you do one, like if you do an up tilt, like usually there's a few options that lead after. So it's like in this situation, why not like try it down tilt and see? It opens up a whole other path of things instead of like if you're just like improving your stats on this one road, like your other the potential other roads get closed off. It's like a little sign that says no enter because you never entered it, and you don't know what's like to go down those roads. So if you want to, you have to learn. Like don't be afraid to go like the roads. When you go down the first time, they obviously suck, and you don't know what options to choose. But if you go down those roads more, like it opens up more roads, and it opens up other roads that you have to keep going down. I think that's a big part of why I always keep getting better, is because I try not to take the same road. I always try to okay, what can I do off of this up air? Can I do this? Can I do and I'm always going down I'm just trying to cover everything. That's why my overall game is really good, because I'm always trying new things. I'm always trying to open new roads up. I'm always trying to keep going. Like, I don't want to get stuck on one. I'd rather be really good at a bunch of roads than only master one road, you know? Like, you always want to be good, because Melee is a game of, like, utility. Like, there's so much, it's, like, crazy how much depth the game is, and you want to have more roads in your back pocket. You want to have more options, you know? You just don't want to be really good at one road. And if you can be, and, like, it works for you, it works for you. For some people, like, everyone works differently, you know? So don't take this advice, like, that's another thing. You have to understand yourself as, like, a person. What kind of person are you? Are you a person who just likes to do that? Or do you like to have other, like, you know, everyone's different. That's why I like Melee, because a lot of your personality comes out in how you play. So if you're a person who wants to, master one thing, because if you look at all of, like, MaNg0, for example, he learned the game differently. He just, like, straight up practiced frames and stuff. If, like, that's the type of person you are, then that works for you, you know? So it's like whatever works for you works for you. So that's why it's better to experiment, you know? Yeah, Hungry Boss. He, like, mastered his one road, and he's, like, you know, he obviously goes down the same road every time. And it works for him, you know? He mastered that one road. But then when he meets, like, when I throw new stuff at him, he can't open, there's just a sign that, like, he, like, doesn't know how to tap into these roads because he's never tried, you know? So I think that makes sense for the most part. So you always want to try new things. You always want to try and, you know, better yourself. You always want to never be stuck. Because you always want more. And Melee is so fun, and, like, it's like, yeah. Hey, MaNg0, what can players do if they constantly autopilot in friendlies? No, actually, the only time I autopilot in, like, my 2 years when I was losing, it was actually because I was autopiloting. I didn't really, like, try and think too much. I would just get hit, and I'd be like, okay, whatever, I got hit. Instead of asking myself, why did I get hit? What can I do to prevent this? And the way I got out of that is, you just have to, like, how do you explain it? You have to wanna, well, I got a burp. Like, to get out of autopilot mode, you have to be pretty strong, like, in your head. Like, you have to be able to stop yourself. Like, just play a friendly and go into it thinking, like, okay, what you want to think. Get your mind used to thinking. And you always want to be thinking, like, and if you notice, like, 2 stocks in, it's like, oh my god, what happened these last 2 stocks? Like, what happened? If you don't know, if you can't tell yourself why you're down 2 stocks, if you can't tell yourself, like, why am I down 2 stocks? Did I get red? If you can't tell yourself that means you're going into auto. So, after a stock or two, like, when you're in the little bubble, just ask yourself, like, why did I lose that stock? And it should only be, like, a quick answer. Like, you during the game, you only do you write little notes. So, just pretend in your head you have a little notebook, and, after a stock, you lost it because you teched away, and, you teched away and whatever, you died. And then only make it quick. Don't get stuck thinking, like, you don't want to take the way I see it is you don't want to take your last stock into your new stock, because your new stock's like a whole fresh life. It has, like, whatever happened last stock, like, you can't change it. Whatever happened. Well, this is for friendlies. In tournaments, a different mindset. We'll go into that either later or, like, another time. But, like, for a friendly, keep in mind everything I'm talking about is, like, friendlies. Tournament, I'll do a tournament mindset another day. But so you just make a quick note. It's like, okay, I messed up. Like, I misspaced and I got show grabbed. So you just write a little note real quick, and then you move on with your next stock. And then once the game's over, you just, like, want to gather. I thought my computer died. Okay, you want to gather your, like, 4 little quick notes of, like, why you died if you lost. And it's like, okay, and then you, like, make yourself a little, like a little game plan, or a little you just give yourself, like, a different little idea. It's like, okay, what happened here? I can do this better. I shouldn't have done that. And then next game, you take that info with you, and, like, you want to take that info of what you learned from your last game, and then now in the new game, if you catch yourself doing it again, it's like, okay, I did the same mistake again. Like, I gotta stop doing that. And then you make another little note, and then, like, you use all this information. Like, if it goes through 10 friendlies, you, like, want to gather up all this information that you've written down, and you want to write it all down. It's like, okay, I improved a little. I stopped teching away. I stopped getting show grab. It's like, I want to do a better job about it. Because everyone has, bad habits. So, like, you write them down. If you make the mistake, you just, okay, I got to stop doing that. And the next game, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't do it as much. Okay, I'm making little progress, you know. And like, because Melee's so hard, there's like a million things you can work on. But you have to take time to improve each little aspect. You just don't want to get, like I said, you don't want to have your MMO stats. You just don't want to be 20, 5, 5, 5. You know, you want to improve everything. You know. So after each game, you want to make little notes. You're like, okay, what did I do wrong? Can I do better? Yada yada yada. You know, like you guys get me. Like it just always. And then after you play for like an hour, like so after you play an hour, you just want to gather everything up and don't be like take a break and like you know go to the restroom, like go grab something and just think, like try to put it all together in your head. Like what did I do really good in that hour? Okay, my edge guards were good. I can like stop working on my edge guards for a while. They're really good. But what else slacked? Okay, my combos were a little bad. I got to work on my combos, you know. And then you play another hour and you work on your combos. And you know you take your break and you're like, okay, now my combos are a little better. My edge guard's better. But now like something else is slacking. It's like okay, and you keep working it. And then once everything's like you feel confident, you like take another step. It's like okay, but I want my edge guard to be better. And I'm not gonna move on until like I get better with this one thing. And it's just like it just piles up, you know, like it just piles up, piles up, piles up. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about that, I'll answer those. I think that's all I'll do it. I'll talk and then you guys can ask a question about it, and I'll see if I can answer. What are the various options in Smash you can suggest working on? Well, because everyone has like different like you just have to figure out those options by yourself. Like I can't tell you. Because then if I tell you, like, oh, you want to work on your text or something, you're going to get stuck working on that. You just have to play your own game and figure out what options you have to work on, you know? I don't know, because I don't know how good I don't know anything about your play. So it's like you want to... You can do the questions on here. I think that would be easier. So, like, you have to find out what options you have to work on. I can't tell you what options to work on. When I played Puff. I wanted to work on my rest. I wanted to work on my spacing. And those are my options. Your options, you can play Falcon, everything. It's a whole different life, you know? Do you think it's easier to apply your observations just grinding out matches against someone versus playing in a rotation? Playing in a rotation's good, because you'll see improvement. Like, if you lose, you have, like, you know, the two matches to, you have the two matches to think, and if it's the same guy, you always want to play the same guy, because you always want to, like, see if you improve, you want to see what happens, you know? So, yeah, like, that's good, but, I mean, like, again, Melee's so deep, so maybe you work better by grinding, or maybe you work better with the one match, the break. You know, like again, you have to experiment and find out all this stuff for yourself. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, oh my god. Okay, how about... Okay, Scar, you'll find the good questions for me, and you'll just copy and paste them for me. That way I'll only look at what Scar posts. I think that'll work better for me. So yeah, Scar. Well, if you're listening, I don't know if Scar's listening. Either Scar or Crimson Blur, because you guys have a little helmet and stuff, and it's easier to do that. So one of you guys can do it, and I'll take like 3 questions for each little segment. Because yeah, if it's too many questions, then it's too complex for MaNg0. What helped you pick my priorities? Well, like I said, like I played Puff when I was learning, so like my priorities became a little different than as if a Fox main. My priorities were like spacing. Like, I gotta get my rest combos down, my edge guard has to be solid. You know, so, like, your priorities, you pick them yourself. Like, it depends what kind of player you want to be. And then if you want to be, like, this aggressive player, you want to be this, then, you know, you pick your options and you get better at that based on the type of player you want to be. You know, do you want to be a PP? Do you want to be a Hungry Box? Do you want to be a MaNg0? You know, you take little parts, you know, yeah, I think that makes sense. How do you find yourself as a player? Like, sometimes I feel like it's a jumbled mess and I don't know what I'm talented at. That's hard because I never had that issue. I like knew what kind of player I was. So if you don't know and like you're having like problems, you can try like playing another character. Because if you're playing a character and you don't think, because every character has a little bit different soul. Every character has a different thing to them. And if you're not like, you know, it's like finding the perfect like girlfriend. Like, you know, this girlfriend can be nice. She has like, you know, she cooks and cleans for you, but she doesn't take you out. And maybe you want to be taken out. So maybe you want to try Fox out. Or maybe your girlfriend doesn't do this, but she does. You know, like you're literally trying to find the character that like fits everything you want in a person. You know, so like you can try playing other characters. Maybe you'll find like this character like brings more to the table for you than this character, you know. Uh, yeah, so like you wanna. What did I miss here? Scar started chatting too much. When did I determine that spacing rests edge guard? I just took little notes. I'm like, games where I edge guard and I got like a rest or two per game were the games I was winning. So obviously something is there for me. Something's working for me, you know. Yes, I can, Scar. Yeah, Scar, focus, okay? If you don't like my analogies, I'm gonna time you out. Can I time you out? I didn't free funny. Yeah. Okay, what was I gonna talk about? What was I talking about? And like, I wanted to talk about mindset. Like, I think mindset is like more important than anything in Melee. Like, you'll see it, you know. Hold on. Someone asked you, I find muscle memory makes it hard for me to think. What's a good balance of paying attention to your tech and thinking? The way I've always said it is, your tech skill, you should work on your tech skill, and you should work on your, you should work on your tech skill, and you should work on your thinking differently. The goal for everyone should be to get your tech skills solid enough to the point of where you can use it and then you can think. Yeah, you should always get your tech skill down. I hate when my most hated question is when like noobs, like no offense to the noobs, they're like people who are only okay, and I watch them play and they'll mess up an easy combo. And it's like, I can't tell you how to get better unless you can do what I'm telling you to do 9 out of 10 times, you know. So like, you should always do your tech. If you feel like your tech skill's slacking, don't worry about thinking. Don't worry about being smart. That will come after. That's why you want to work on your tech skill. Like, you want to be able to nair shine, whatever. Because like, if you don't advance from that, like, it doesn't matter about thinking. Because if you can't get past step 1, then the other parts of Melee, they don't matter. Because you get stuck at step 1. So there's no point in filling your brain up with this knowledge of other stuff if you can't get past step 1. You know what I mean? How do you start getting innovative? I don't think you can start getting innovative. I think either you're an innovative person or you're a follow the leader person. You know, like Melee, like I said, your personality shows a lot. If you're an innovative person, you'll do innovative stuff in the game. You know, and I don't know, I feel pretty confident about saying that. Like, if you're like a person who reads books and then like can transfer all that, then you're gonna be better at like copying a style. You know, like, so I can't. Either you're innovative or you're not. You can't get innovative. You just either it comes to your brain, or like, oh, what if I do this? Okay, this works. Or like you can't think. You know, either your brain doesn't work like that. You know. What's the best way to get over being burnt out? You can try if you feel like you're burnt out, maybe that character isn't for you. So you should try playing another character. You know. Yeah, because not every character works for for everyone. Everyone likes whatever. I might innovate in the game. Yeah, like because Melee's so deep. Like, we should get like a Smash therapist. Like, because I really feel like this game is so complex and like I don't know. I feel like it's like I don't know. It's such a great game. Okay, what was I gonna talk about? Oh, mindset. Like everyone. Okay, right now. Okay, well, I want to talk about practice and mindset. So I want everyone to tell me right now how often they play in a week. Days, like hours. Tell me what you play in a week. Someone type something. Come on. Okay, the fact that I'm only seeing hours and okay, if you want to get better and you're only doing hours a week, then you just quit. You're not gonna get better. Real plain and simple. Like, when I wanted to get better at the game, I played like, yeah, hours. Well, okay, if you're gonna start small, hours are good. But if you've been playing for like 2-3 years, heck, bro, you're only playing 10 hours a week, man. Come on. Like, if you want to get better, it's okay to start with baby hours. But as you get harder in your training, you like wanna play more. Like, when I wanted to get better, I was playing